Thanks, mate. My name's Andrew Cotton, and I'm a professional big wave surfer and Saltrock brand ambassador. My first memories of Saltrock would be actually Ross, watching Ross surf. Like he was one of, like, obviously growing up in North Devon, and there was obviously good local surfers, but when Ross turned up, it was like really blew me away about how good he was. And then obviously, like, he was with, like, they're all older, but they're all like, you know, you wanted to be them. You know, they were like really, like, they were all really cool. They all surfed really well. You know, I remember them opening the shop. It was Roy Newton's glass factory, and they were doing the printing out the back. And yeah, I can remember waiting for them to open on like a Saturday morning and looking like for the t-shirts and the tie-dye tracksuit bottoms and hoodies, and pestering my mum to buy them. Or yeah, it was kind of like it was like the cool new brand as a kid, you know, and everyone, you know, everyone wanted a Saltrock like t-shirt or hoodie, you know. It's just how it was. Ross, without a doubt, inspired me in surfing. Like he was he was so fast, quick, fluid, really good style, and he still is, you know. Like, you know, yeah, he was like, I wanted to surf like him, you know. Like, I wanted to be like Ross, you know. Like, yeah, and to be fair, like I saw him surfing not so long ago at Saunton, you know, tiny waves, but he was ripping, and, you know, still loads of natural talent and ability. Yeah, like my involvement with, you know, with Saltrock, to begin with, actually was through working in the shop, and I worked for them for 2-3 years when they started opening. I think it was when they opened the Croyd shop. And I worked for them for a couple of years, and then I left, and actually came back. I think it was like when I was 34. So it's probably like, yeah. So I worked for them for a couple of years, and then I left, and then about 4 or 5 years later, I think I spoke to, it might have been Gus. Gus might have rang me up and sort of said, "Oh, you know, would you be keen to be an ambassador?" And I just signed with Red Bull, and things were sort of like taking off with my surfing, and it was like, you know, it was like a no-brainer. I was like, well, you know, like I've sort of been wanting to do that since I, you know, I wanted to be a Saltrock ambassador since I like first started surfing. So, you know, it's only like 15 years later, but yeah, it got there in the end. It's been really, like, the relationship's been really natural. Like, obviously, you know, it's great to work with a local company, and obviously I know like Saltrock's huge now and has like multiple stores like throughout the country. But for me, it's still that local brand, and it's been great. You know, like working with them, we've been doing some great little like video content pieces and doing the photo shoots, and been involved with like a few bits of like products, and, you know, it's been really fun. It's really fun, and you know, like I think if I told myself, you know, when I was, you know, 12, 13, that, you know, in 20 years' time, that, oh, you know, I'll be surfing for them, or, you know, representing them on a, you know, as an athlete, I, you know, would have been, you know, tripping, you know. Yeah, like I think it's super important for a local brand to still be supporting surf contests and stuff, you know. And to be fair, like, that's how, you know, going back, like, Saltrock used to be involved in a lot of Croyd Surf Club events, and I, you know, I can remember watching, you know, like Ross and Waxer and, you know, Lurch and that, all surfing in those events and sort of, even though they were a bit older and, but they were involved in the community, and spreading the stoke, and I think still doing that 35 years later is amazing. I think that's a really good achievement for a brand to still be doing that for such a long time. So I got a plan for my career. It's nice not to have too many plans, but career-wise, I think it's just focusing on enjoying the journey, and I've been sort of chipping away at and pushing myself physically and mentally for some time now in the big wave sort of scene. I still feel that curve's still going up. I still feel like I'm improving and getting marginal gains. So yeah, I still want to surf the biggest waves in the world and document them, and be flying the flag for not just for myself, but also for the brands I work with and the UK.